If I know that in this hotel room they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see the party, let me see like them throwing salami all over I mean, just like throwing food around, but they're telling me there's no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying? We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is going to change to, we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, and you just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking the lock, coming through the door blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, you know, the civil rights movement. We was asking, you know, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're going to do?
Welcome to Everyday Inscripted. I'm your host, Michael Gold, and today we're doing a reaction slash rate video. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a songwriter, rapper, musician. Let me start off with that. The musician part, I am an actual musician. See, I started my musician career back in high school. So basically, I know how to read music, play music, of course. I can play anything brass. So tuba, saxophone, oh no, not saxophone, tuba, trumpet, trombone, baritone, French horn. I can play all that shit. You know what I mean? That's I can read the music for it and everything. You know what I mean? It is like sometimes you got to get right on the bass clef and the treble clef. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I'm actually not only that. I actually played for the city of Sumter. By the way, I'm from Sumter, South Carolina. If I didn't tell you yet. So yeah, I'm from Sumter, South Carolina. I played for the city of Sumter. Uh, uh, so basically, on the stage, we had our tuxes on, tuxedos, not suits, tuxedos. So tuxedos, and so we were in that type of environment. So I might know what I'm talking about a little bit on the music part. So anyway, also I'm a graphic designer, and I have a bachelor's degree in visual communications. Uh, and I'm believe it or not, I'm almost 50 years old. But I've been listening to Memphis since about 1994. Uh, I started out listening to Memphis. I got my first taste of Memphis, I should say, with 3 6 Mafia. And the reason why I did, and not only just 3 6 Mafia, but a couple other people from Memphis too. But the reason why the reason I got into it, I got exposed to it was because I had a friend of mine, and his brother was he was going to Grambling State. So as he's on the campus, he's learning about all this Memphis rap and whatnot from the area, and it's from the campus. And he was passing that on to his brother, and his brother was passing it on to not everybody. And let me let you know that right now. If you knew my friend, if you knew anything about him, you know everybody wasn't getting the information. You know what I mean? It was only people that he knew, or basically not people he knew really. It was just his friends. You know what I mean, you might know his ass, but the only time you might get a chance to hear what the hell they were listening to him and his brother or whatnot was when they're passing in their car. That be the only time you might get a chance to hear anything they're listening to. So you know what I'm saying. And I had a chance to look to because of him, I had a chance to get exposed to a lot of Memphis stuff back in the day. So, I've listened to Memphis for a while. Yeah, I'm listening to Memphis for a while. But in this video right here, we're going to be rating, basically, it's going to be a reaction video because maybe I hadn't heard in a while, or I might have heard it all. Depends on the song we're gonna be doing, whatever song we're doing. But that's the be actual reaction. I might maybe forget. Oh, this song is. I forgot how song this good. This how good this song was. Or something like that. Something along those lines. But the rate video, the rate video will be. I'm actually rating these songs. You see what I'm saying? Whether I heard them or not, I'm gonna rate them. Cause you know, cause you can go like give you an example. Two Live Crew. Two Live Crew was actually the group that actually got me liking rap in the first place. You know what I mean? Two Live Crew, NWA back in the day. I ain't before that. When they was talking, they had raps like a lot of people talk about Players Delight, stuff like that. I couldn't stand rap back then. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I couldn't stand it because it wasn't hard. It wasn't coming hard at all to me. It was like a party song. It sounded stupid to me. You know what I mean? It could be hip, hop, hippity hip. Yeah, that shit was dumb to me. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. This shit was stupid to me. You know what I mean? It sounded all right. But you do you, but it was dumb to me. But it didn't until like people like Two Live Crew, NWA, people like that came out till I even started liking rap at all. I didn't like music period before then. So, you know. But anyway, what I was saying about Two Live Crew is now when I first heard it back in then, I was young, of course, so when I heard that kind of stuff, it was more like, like, oh, your parents wouldn't let you hear this kind of stuff, so that made you want to hear it more, right? So that's kind of the way it came in. But if I were to rate, say, Two Live Crew today, I might not like it. See what I'm saying? Like, man, these people ain't they kind of whack. They might not be saying but so many lyrics at a time, and then they might be saying something over and over again. I don't know. I might need to go back and listen to it again. I hadn't heard it in years, so that'd be a video for another day. But right now, I'm going to stick in Memphis because that's what I know more about. So, the rating system. The rating system will be rated. Each song will be rated from 1 to 10 bullets, a bullet, or 1 to 10 bullet rating system. So basically, if you got 3 bullets, that'd be your rating. Instead of stars, I'm using bullets. But anyway, you have 5 bullets. That'd be you gotta be middle range or something like that. That how you know that song is middle range. Is in that area. Will be 5 bullets or something, like 8 bullets or something like that. You know that okay, this song is pretty good. You know what I mean? In this area, you see what I'm saying? That's how the bullet ratings will go. And I actually have categories for each one of those too. So for each category, so 1 to 5 bullets in each category. All right, lyrics 1 to 5. So that's self-explanatory. How your lyrics go sound, you know what I'm saying? How are you relaying your message, like that. The lyrics, no, that'd be one category. Another category will be beats. How your beat sound, you know what I'm saying? Does the beat sound good? There you go. It's just lyrics be one category, beats be another category. The third category would be group, solo, or song construction. What that mean by that is, okay, if you got a group, right? Suppose you got 5 people in the group. And you got, say, one person that's like a weak person, right? Suppose you got like 2 weak persons. You got maybe 1 middle person, maybe 2 strong persons, you know what I mean? And maybe you put, say, that strong person at the beginning, strong person at the end, and then put everybody else in the middle, have this middle, the weak person maybe in the very middle, and then the other people at the end, something like that. Or you might have one strong person, and everybody else might be weak, but certain degrees and whatnot, and you have to put those people in. You might want to put your strong person at the end. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to. Here's a good example. Wu-Tang. Now, Wu-Tang is a great group. Yes. Don't get me wrong. The Wu-Tang was one of those groups that I used to listen to back in the day too. Now, but when they got let's talk about Capadona for instance. Let's talk about Capadona. I didn't really like Capadona, and the reason why I didn't like Capadona, it ain't because he sucked. He didn't really suck. No, he didn't really suck. It is that he had a style different from a lot of the people in the group. You know what I mean? His flow is more a little bit more of a laid back flow compared to say some of the other people in the group, right? But you wouldn't want to put Capadona in a song at the end. See what I'm saying? You might want to put him. You can put him anywhere else but the end. You know what I mean? Put somebody strong at the end. Somebody who maybe represent the group in a sense. See what I'm saying? Or somebody who got the best lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Put him at the end. Capadona shouldn't have been at the end of any song. See what I'm saying? Unless he was just by himself in the song. I mean, he should have been somewhere in up in this area. Maybe at the beginning, maybe third or first person to open his mouth type deal. That's what I mean by song construction. The way they gonna be as a group, the way they're gonna be set up, the way they're gonna be positioned in the song. But if you're a solo, that's a little different. I'm rating the solo. It's the same. It's gonna be the same category, right? Group, solo, and song. But the solo gonna be great. You can't rate a group with a solo, right? Even if it's in the same album, right? So with the solo, I'm thinking it like this. I'm gonna be looking at how their song construction is. So in other words, if they got say two verses, right? You might want to put your stronger verse at the end and your weaker verse at the beginning, right? Now, if you got three verses, you might want to put a strong verse at the beginning, a weaker verse at the middle, and a stronger verse at the end. See what I'm saying? Something like that. You know, so I'm kind of looking at a solo artist. I mean, solo songs like that. Solo songs would be like that. Only thing that might change is you got more than three verses. Because that way I feel if you got more than three verses, now you over saturating yourself. Then you're going to start losing. And when I start calculating that score for that particular category, I will take away for each verse past three that you do. So in other words, if you got four verses, you're gonna lose a bullet point for that. You know what I mean? Just because you got too many. If you got any more than that, then yes, you can be losing bullet points all day. You might lose all what you gain. In other words, so in that category. And then song construction is kind of similar to how it sounds, blah blah blah. You know, it's just a little different for the group and the solo. All right, and the last category will be fire factor. Fire factor gonna be more or less my opinion on it. You know, saying how I think it sound. More, you know, do I think it fire? How do I think it? If I think it's good, you know what I'm saying? Do I like it? You know what I mean? From my coming from my background and all that. So then after and then we will calculate all four of those categories. The all those and we add them all together and we have an overall total, and that'll be for each song, right? Okay, for each song. So each song will have an overall total, right? So at the end of that, oh, by the way, each song can only get a maximum of say 40 points, and that would be for which all four categories. So, so if you get say 10 in all four categories, you can only get 40 points, right? So there you go. And then, but if it's a skit's a little different. If it's a skit, then you only can get 30 points. And the reason being because of, well, no. See, I've been thinking about the, taking that 10 points away with the, cause you don't have really song group or solo construction on that. You know what I mean? But you do have song construction though. See what I'm saying? So, no. So, scratch that. We'll just have it all 40 points for each song. overall. That's the most you can get for each category. And and at the end of all that, we'll get all the for each song, we'll get look at over all the overall totals. And after we get, it depends on how many songs it is. You might have 12 songs, you might have 15 songs. Tom and Wright the third, like they have a lot of like 20 damn songs on his, but we're gonna average all that together, and that'll give you an overall album score. So that'll be your album score. All right. Now, let's get to the fun part. Now, this is what we're gonna be doing today. The album we will be doing today will be the Manson Family, gram after gram. Uh, I'll just I got this I found a guy online on YouTube that I'll just put it on the bottom down there, the his link. And but it's the it's his name. Well, his site is the Underground Rap Collector, and that's where I'm gonna be getting a lot of my when I start doing my rate videos. That's why I'm gonna get a lot for right now. I'm gonna get a lot of from that, because hey, he just got a lot of stuff on his album. I'm on the site. Why go anywhere else if he got that much stuff on there, right? But like I said, I'm gonna put the link at the bottom, and so you can check it out for yourself. So you got a lot of stuff on there, trust me. But we're gonna be doing the Manson Family, gram after gram. That's the song. That's the album we're gonna be doing. Like I said, we're gonna be rating lyrics, beats, group, solo, music, construction, fire factor, overall. We gonna be, but I won't be like on other videos. You might notice that other videos you got people who will be talking through the songs. You know what I'm saying? Like you be trying to listen to the song, right? And it'd be a reaction video. You'd be listening to the song. They'd be stopping the song, and to put their little 2 cents in and whatnot to before you can't get into the song that way. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna be doing is I won't be seeing a word, right? When I start the song, we gonna listen to the song through the whole song, right? Then I'm gonna rate the song, and then I'm gonna go to the next song, and I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna listen to the whole song, and I'm gonna rate that song, and I'm gonna do it just like that through the whole album, because I'm doing the whole album on this. I'm not just doing 1, 2 songs. I'm doing the whole album, and that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rate each song, and then we're gonna have an average at the end. And then that's gonna be my rating of that particular album. You know what I'm saying? We'll buy those categories I specified earlier. So gram after gram. Manson Family. Let me tell you about the Manson Family. I already knew about the Manson Family for years. You know, my first album with the Manson Family was Helter Skelter. Yeah. That was my first introduction of. And by the way, that friend I told you about with the with his friend, his brother going to college, and I had to be in the loop more or less to get the hear the good stuff that they had. I've been the first one to even found that. They didn't even know anything about the Manson Family before I told them about it. You know what I mean? And that wasn't even the only thing. That was just the first thing. You know what I mean? But so, yeah. I started out with that album with them. You know what I mean? And when I first heard that, I was like, so what the hell? So yeah. And to give a little insight on it, by the name Gram After Gram, you already know what they're gonna be talking about in some of these songs. So give it a disclaimer. Right now, gonna be some drug use. Talk about some little drug use in that. So just give a little disclaimer right now on that. We'll be starting with the first track, which will be the intro. After these messages, of course. When we get back, we will be starting that. Welcome back. Had to get my food and drink. My food. and my drink. Had to get that to get ready to listen to this this music here. Before you say anything about my food there, I am a veteran. I'm formerly United States Navy, and the way I see it is this: I deserve it. I deserve the drink and smoke if I want to. I served my country. Yes, it wasn't even time of war, but if it was, you know, I would have lived and died for my country. So I deserve that. So that's the way I see it. But anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, we're gonna start off the album here. Manson Family, gram after gram. So here we go. This is the first song. This is the intro. Here we go. Intro to Gram After Gram by the Manson Family. Alright, let's start off with the it's a pretty good skit. I'll just put it like that. That was a skit. Lyrics. Can't really talk about lyrics as much because it was a skit, right? So I'm just thinking like this. Being that it's a skit, how much lyrics did they use in that skit? So I think they used a decent amount in that skit. So I would actually give that skit on the lyrical side, of course.
Seven bullets. Let's get 7 bullets. Okay, beats. Now the beats are pretty good. Now the beat, I'll go ahead and get that beat. I'll get that beat. You know what? Let's go back to lyrics. Let's go back to lyrics. Let's go ahead and get that lyric 6. Let's get 6. Yeah. And let's get that beat. I'm gonna get a beat. I'm gonna get that beat at 8. I'm gonna get that beat at 8. Let's get that beat at 8. Group, solo, song construction. So is it a group of solo? Can't really talk about that. We're going to talk about song construction. Song construction. All right. It had a lot of different, other than as far as different things they were saying in this. You know what I mean? It was simple still, you know, but it still was all right as far as that. So I would give that construction, that song construction. I give it 5. Because you know how long it is and the fact that they're using but so many. So let's give it 5. Let's give it 5. Pretty average. You know what I mean? So I would say the beat though. Now let me go back and look at the beat again. If the beat, if average is 5, I would have to say the beat 7. Let's put beat 7. I'm gonna leave lyric 6. I'm gonna leave it there. Fire factor. All right. Fire factor, I would say that would be. I liked it. So I would probably get a fire factor 7. Let's give it a 7 right now. Let's get at a 7. Yeah. For overall total of 25. So that song, that skit will be 25. That's the overall rate for that particular skit. Alright. Like I said, it was pretty good. Now let's move on. This is the next song here. See, we're going to be moving with this.
Yeah, this Pony Man up in this bitch. We got the Manson family. Lil Jack, motherfucker.
Yeah, Lil Jack in the joint, you know what I'm saying? We look up this fool Maceo nigga. It's on now, Manson family style, boy. It's on, let's blow some, nigga.
Ram out the gram, line after line, 1 and a 1. Turn on the water faucet so I can get super cross. Ram out the gram, line after line, 1 and a 1. Turn on the water faucet so I can get super cross. Ram out the gram, line after line, 1 and a 1. Turn on the water faucet so I can get super cross. Ram out the gram, line after line, 1 and a 1. Turn on the water faucet so I can get super cross.
Throw it up if you slow, if you scared, use a bitch, smack a hoe when I flow. Manson family fucking click, funky town, man, I love to hear it, yeah. Smoking blunts, super crunk, solo send them tricks to hell. All about that fucking cheese, Lil Jack get that fucking grip. Torn got him on his knees, big for clappers, don't you trip. Look up while I thought you knew, stay full of that funky, can't deny. When you bitches see the fam, you know we down, they get so high. Super crunk, out the back, if you bring some fucking animal, we gon' kick and burn that shit, then we gon' flip like Tournament Town and throw them signs in the earth. If you down with this shit, Manson style, super wild. P-Back got me about to trip, click, flip the script, Lil Jack look up wild, Manson style, juvenile. Blowing till we can't blow no more, funked out, kicking in them doors, John Doe, bitch.
Kicking trees, don't trick off your own dick and the dip and keeping me on top.
That boo got me steady,
Click anything that you're working on, it'll never succeed. From all these player hating bitches in this game, jealousies all around. You be surprised at the things that you hear. Like people down the street, claiming hard, packing through. Bloody tears in my eye from the corner, got me dazed. If you ookin', super jukin', look at me, super glazed. 5 grams on the table, if you waver to get over. Paranoid on the wood, never sober. Dipping boulders, maintain, cane drain, John Doe. Manson style, crunching wild, 98 grams, still gon' blow. These ram out the gram, line after line, 1 and a 1. Turn on the water faucet so I can get super cross. Ram out the gram, line after line, 1 and a 1. can get super crunk.
It's like it's angels up with my name and wanna match up the first. What's the money go doing that? Don't get some talk and use it to lead this earth. It's like a hype on the flapper, a viper to beat me and fit me with venomous fall. Yes, I Superman, I believe I can look so bound that we already draw. Jump around, make sure you don't have to use it cause you might piss on yourself. Roll up a blunt, that fat up, look to your road and right before passing left. With maybe players up in it, then bitch you loving your hood and throw up some thing. Crunk in the dumb, make me still on the pump when I'm half that shit, don't you fuck with me, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's on one again, boy. My man's a family, man. So we family, man. They still watch my land. Oh, now. Get up. I can get super crunk. You and his Johnny. Niggas like this so real. Boy. Remix, boy. So I can get super crunk. On the water faucet so I can get super crunk.
Alright, that's the next song. Gram After Gram. If you didn't figure out the name already. Alright. Now, lyrics. Let's talk about the lyrics. Lyrics was good. Lyrics was good. I mean, I like the fact that how they had, it had two people in the group. I mean, in the song. They were pretty different, but I think the second person did pretty well with slowing down and then speeding that up type thing. So I think the lyrics on this song actually was pretty good. So I will give the lyrics so far on this song here. I would have to give that an 8. I have to give that an 8. You know what I'm saying? I have to give that an 8. Beats. Oh, by the way, I've heard this song before because it's on the next album after that. They kind of remade that song before. I'll be again. They changed the beat actually is the same, but they changed the chorus. You know what I mean? I think that's all I heard they changed was the chorus on that. But still, like I say, the beat. I've heard this beat in the car. This shit sounds good. You know what I mean? The song should have been a little longer, personally, I think. So I will give the beat and another 8. I give it another 8. Group construction. I can actually talk about group construction now because this was two people in the song. Like I say, like I was saying earlier, I like what they did with the different. They were always like my groups though. They always have a different. Pretty people will come at you a little different. You know, so the song is like the way you portray, the way you reflect that in your songs. If you can portray that the right way, it sounds definitely. So there you go. So like I'm saying, the group construction, song construction of this song here. I have to get that an 8 too. I have to get that an 8 too. Fire factor. Now fire factor, I'm going to have to get that one a 9. I mean, reason being because I've heard the other version too. It might be I guess you could say a little bit more of a, I would say, yeah, I would have to give that a 9. So that would be a grand total of, let's see, 33. So that song, Gram After Gram, gets a 33. Overall rating. Next song.
super crunk, super hype. Sweat the trees that day and night. Blowing blunts of guns of green leaf. Keep me feeling right. Saving hoes, never me. Making squirrels, selling weed. Hit the nigga focus, stay and spring his body in them keys. Manson family on the rise. Leave his mama said I. Disrespect my clique and regulation, you must die. Real to my niggas, those who be real, they be staying down. Manson family victim, dead bodies they are never found. West Town MMC, always accusing, never peace. Keeping Anna Canna steady remnant for my enemies. Cause some niggas love no hoes, that's the fucking rule of gold. Keep your enemies cold, separate friend from foes. Hit man, start the blessing like a fucking manifest and stay on that paper chasing. Don't be caper saving, nigga. Up in your back when I be busting them things. The inner stressing me, depressing me, but still I maintain on the P's, cruising G's. You never know who your friend to be. The laws of the land help you stand from the supposed to be. Controlling on golden, but never know when I'm folding. Penny hole, fast cars, making cheese, superstar. Mr. Mana, super son, still marching with my gun. Fino G, booming keys, pinky finger, gold ring. Touch your work, people stir, still trying to keep it clean. For them hoes, fuck the foes when them haters ride on gold.
Coming up out of your mouth is the blood of my bearing, nothing but the blood of Memphis. I think it's just with the twist of the tongue, but you run the BB and book, you make it to the bigger and more. Until I taste so good, till I be digging the hole of your soul. Watching the matter, your saving, you catch a bitch, you run up to the day you go old. I bury you, scary, the baby, my shit in my verse, and I just want living in sin. Rich of the master, the killer, will bash you, believe you with stitches and grit in your chin. They know me, your jack, and I break a bitch back, slanging them things, booming and crack. Down with the culture, for with them flow through, fucking town sound like me and John Joe. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's dope, y'all, nigga? Yeah, we must like this for the 1998, goddamn right, you know what I'm saying? I don't hide that shit, nigga, take it, you know what I'm saying? Family, nigga, make nigga in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But nigga, pull that reality, boy. It's all nightmares, boy. Manson family. Drunk and wild, boy. Drunk and wild. Listen to the oldest maintain, they came, Granny John Doe. Script, nigga.
What could I say about that song? That was a good song there. That right there actually was a good song, lyric-wise. So I'm going to have to go ahead and get lyrics on that particular song there. I might have to give that one a 10. You know what I mean? You know, because the reason being because they been doing more than just lyrics if you paid attention to the song. They actually were doing like, I guess you could say like, I guess you could think back in the day where I think Run DMC might have done it back in the day where they were the rapper was saying one thing and they had another rapper saying something else and then they kind of going back and forth with each other. Yeah, I heard that in the song too. Not only that, the Memphis style of that is flowed. So I'm gonna have to get that one a 10. So lyrics, I'm gonna give that one a 10. Yeah. I like the beat as well. The beat was pretty good. I ain't gonna give it I ain't gonna give it a 10 because I've heard other beats that and there were certain parts of the beats too that sounded like it slowed down a little bit here and there. So I have to give that beat. It's a good beat. I'm gonna have to give it an 8. I have to give it an 8. So that beat was an 8. Oh, by the way, the name of that song, I believe, was Fucking Town. But for this purpose, see, it could be a lot of songs that I might not know the name of as I'm going through it, and reason being because I ain't got time to sit there and look at each name of the track. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna put track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4. If you go ahead and get this, go ahead and download it and whatnot yourself, then you can speed past what you want and you already know what track you want. Blah blah blah. There you go. So, group construction. Because we got group construction going on here. Yeah. I think I like how they did that. You know what I mean? It was 3 verses, actually. So, I think it was something like 3 people in that verse. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think group construction was actually pretty good. So with group construction, I'm gonna have to give that one, simply because they were doing that other stuff too. With that, I'm gonna have to give that one a 9. I'm gonna have to give it a 9. Fire, I'm gonna have to give that one a 10 because I like that song. That song is pretty good. I'm gonna have to give it a 10. So now, the grand total of that particular song, which was track 3, let's see. All right. Grand total of 37. Actually, it's working too, because that right there, see, I'm actually, yeah, you already know what's next. You already know what's next. The top right, the third is next. Alright, but I already know what's next. I'm on camera, I already let out the bag. Let's go ahead and hear it anyway. This is what next.
Yeah, y'all know what time it is. This match up in this motherfucker. My name's the Man's family. We got on right third in this motherfucker. Street small river.
Hanging up out of the windows and Chevy to ruin the attitude. You better move out the way while I spray by the taking up space. Ammunition, no mission, put holes in your face. Use you, action, get the red to your head. Better do it cause you bug punk, nigga, run this game one time, can't get. Nigga, you gon' beat your damn name, can't remember way. Get into your own grave, all of us thugs, hanging out slugs. Killing a nigga, we living no blood. Take one of me once again, run the street. Got my strap in my lap, in my gauge, and the whole this game, they up some murder plot. Looking for niggas that wanna be killed. Glock 17 say, put the burn in your mouth, don't scream, I'll blow your brains out. Tommy ain't down with peace, and a damn joint down with stacking and chance. Blow that bitch out of his pants. Pull the gun over Jack Manson. Facing your wife if they hate me so, cause I create so much rip as the cruise on. Street small, and I hated to talk. The stories told they boss, Thomas spit no tombstone. Tommy right this trying to some of you bust the motherfuckers starting to ruffles with this bullshit. Tommy right this trying to fuck with the click of a stick now. They wanna jump this ball, trying to dead side. Tommy right this trying to some of you bust the motherfuckers starting to ruffles with this bullshit. Tommy right this Tommy right this Tommy right with the click of a stick now. They wanna jump this ball, trying to dead side. Tommy right this trying to some of you bust the motherfuckers starting to ruffles with this bullshit. Tommy right this trying to some of you bust the motherfuckers starting to ruffles with this bullshit. Tommy right this trying to some of you bust with the click of a stick now. They wanna jump this ball, trying to dead side.
Yeah, you already know what time it is on that one. Lyrics, that's a 10. I ain't gonna even though the song should have been longer, I agree. I already know a lot of people are gonna say that that song should have been longer for real. You know what I mean? He should have about 2 or 3 verses up in that, but for what he did, that's a 10. That's a 10. You know what I mean? Not only, and the reason being because one thing about Tom Wright III is not only is he good at what he's doing, he's clear at what he's doing. You know what I mean? You can hear everything he's saying. See what I'm saying? That's a 10 there. Beat is a 10 too. I like that beat too. That beat is a 10. I mean, you might have heard a lot of it in Memphis rap if you listen to a lot of older stuff, but what ain't broken? I mean, what ain't broken? Don't fix it, right? So there you go. Now, group construction. Well, solo construction, because it was just by itself. So go solo construction. All right. It was only one verse, right? So, but what I liked about it is it been a verse and it more or less like a chorus or almost like intro, extra. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I like the construction of it because at the very beginning he had somebody else breaking him in. You know what I mean? Like, you know, his time right there, like he almost like he just walk in the door or something. I was like, he come with this shit, right? So, you know, I like that. So the construction of that, I have to give that, even though it's just one person, and I might have to give that construction on that one. I have to give that one Damn. Cause it was good. See what I'm saying? It was up there. You know what I mean? Even though it was short. That's the only problem I had with the song is it's short. I have to give that the construction of that right there. I'm gonna have to get at it now. Let's get at it now. I mean, so far, I mean, you can tell this right here one of my favorite songs of this whole album. I can tell you no lie. I done heard the album already. Trust me. I done heard it already. But I hadn't rated it before. See what I'm saying? So, and Live Factor, that's a 10 too. That shit is just hot. I mean, I ain't give a damn what nobody say. That shit hot. That's a grand total of I don't even have to use my calculator on this. At 39. Grand total of 39. You can only get a grand total of 40 at 39 for that song. I can say well, it's one of the songs I love on this album. This is one of my favorite songs on this album. You know what I mean? All right. Next song.
Now bury me with my eyes open so I can see them. Suffocate the pain as I take my last breath. Now bury me with my eyes open so I can see them. Suffocate the pain as I take my last breath. Now bury me with my eyes open so I can see them. Suffocate the pain as I take my last breath. They say death is up a visionary. Gunshots, body very green in my obituary. Hospital eyes closed, will I become the chose? Lower levels of destruction suffer from higher blows. Haven't seen you standing still like a pose. Blood coming from my nose, brain cells scattered all on the floor. And look upon my memories and my pain. Be cautious, be careful, because reality is sane. Trapped inside a world doing crime. Will I survive throughout my prime? Or will I die before my time? Let's God decision. I feel I'm losing my religion. I can't wait. I'm affiliated, skipping hell without a hit this place. Close my eyes so I can see the misery. Open the book so I can learn about my history. Mystery bypass me. Miracle mastermind and you harass me. Don't even blast me. Nothing to lose. What's the game? Ready to die. But the rain's the same.
And the fact that my mama's abandoned, I'm contemplating your result from the blow. Wanna take out the stress off her shoulders, but I feel that she already knows it. And this is the money that's making me hungry for sure. Me know where to go now. I done ran up to so many holes. Now that they know when I see it, the store. But still, this shit don't seem the same. Or really just me who done feel with the change. It don't say you stay tonight and turn lane. And the niggas wanna take my life. So getting hard to this niggas my boys. Run through the hood, but I stay paranoid. Lord, have me push through the jaws. And please forgive us for living this stuff. Now, I know all the dirt that I done will follow me even if I choose to run. The jacket that nigga reality done. Dropping this shit on your end right at
This song here. All right. For this particular song, the lyrics. The lyrics, pretty good. But I would have to give the lyrics on that one. I would have to say, I'm gonna give it 8. Nope, I'm gonna give it a 9. Give that a 9. Beats. It's alright. So I would say, I'll give it a 7. 7 on the beat. Now, that was one person really singing on this song, so really not good group construction, but maybe excuse me. Not good group construction, but solo construction. It was pretty good. It was a lot of fast and slow as far as the chorus and the rap went, so still was all right. I'll go ahead and give that I'm gonna give that an 8. Give that an 8. Fire Factor. Fire Factor, let's see. Fire Factor. It's okay, song. Wasn't too bad. I'm gonna have to give that one a 7 though. I'm gonna have to give 7 on the Fire Factor. It was alright, but just because of the music wasn't, it could have been better, I think. You know, I'll give that a what did I say, 7? I'll give it an 8 because of the lyrics. So I'll give it an 8. So overall rating, this $32 overall score. That's fair. Alright. Next track. Next track.
I'm hearing we got loose screws. Let's go to check on the fools. The family about to get to slip on their mask and calling up Jundo. Let's ride like Manson, motherfucking killers. All of their robber that creep on my stash. MANS so went thick on your ass. We knew and improved. And took a few fools. Maybe yo, this fool, this shit clear the path, not bad. They just off believing you niggas gon' die. Look, Spooner man, Crump, John Doe. Got the fight with this bitch with some boozy case. We gotta get big and one number. You niggas gon' die. Got the fight from the goddamn gates. No trace. Want the family clip. But you niggas gon' hate. Say J to the A to the C to the K with the Glock with the C in your goddamn face. Got it.
Nigga, you know it's coming from West Town. The niggas got kicking feet. They real in fucking town. Giving keys to thieves and always bucking the enemies. The adversaries coming for some jumpers. They keeping me laid in the shade while catching the Tony's raid.
Man's a family motherfucker. John Doe, bitch.
The money comes so quick to me because I'm standing in knees. I'm feeling dubs to them thugs every day on the track. I'm making money from my niggas so I can fasten the check. The biggest nigga when we keepin' on that dope to stay day. Up in the mason we be bumpin' Johnny Taylor with Hank. P-Roll and pimpin', never slippin' when we get on them hoes. Whenever we be with them bitches.
Anything goes, motherfucker.
Maintaining gram after gram.
9 after 9, 1 and a 1. Turn on the water faucet so I can get super crunk.
Stain after stain, rob after rob, job after job. These niggas been hating, perpetrating on the Manson mob.
Nasty, putting you up in the trance. Dragging your body down to the damn river and baptize you like you were Sam. Lyrical mastermind staying drunk off that one sneak up and kill you from front and behind. Michael Miles ain't got shit on this. Give me some shit on the floor. Killer, just give me cool taking over bitch. I ain't how you like anything to get rich. Money over people for the weed over everything. Actually got shit and I blow out your brain.
Reality beats. M-A-N-S-O-N, who's the killer once again? Here I come, chop and run, desperate the bodies burn, crucified. Ain't no way that he can hide. Prove now, X now, body dead, homicide, fuck up this, kill the truth. Anyway, give up your shit, we gon' make it. Fuck it, haters, player haters, fuck it, bitch. Give me leaving, stack a trick and burn the state and concentrate. Murder rate of theory rate. Mass and family is too hard. Really creeping, take eyes with Jesus on this sea.
lyrics a 10 on that one. Yeah, a 10 on that one. Beat. I like the beat. I'm gonna give it a 9 on that. Group, because there was at least 2 people, so I guess. Group construction was also good. The samples were also good. So I have to give this. I'll have to give this a 10 too. You know, vibe factor. You know, I'm gonna have to give that. I have to give this a 10 also. So that's another. Another 39 overall score. All right. Let's go down to the next song here.
Yeah, yeah, fuck all y'all hate, fuck all y'all niggas, big down nationwide, y'all be rockin' dope, jogging on me, y'all hate niggas, you need this on here, big down nationwide, y'all bitch. Destination that I'm facing, outcome of my situating, hating plus debating, dedicating my whole life and getting it crunk. Load up them things, let's bring the pain. I cock my pistol, make this thing. The evidence washed away with the rain. The fingerprints gone, his body was slain. I pick up the phone, I call the jack, pick up the gun, pick up the gat. Who got the sack? I called him though. He told me y'all you got the flow. I called my hoe, it's time to get crunk. The gangster bitch, the pump in the trunk, the oop, the Jew. It got me so spook. We robbing the banks and getting the loot. My nigga, that's up all night. The pony man, the killer type. Bitch boy, what you gon' do? You fuck with one, you fuck with two. I feel it out. The M-A-N, the S-O-N is here to sin. I lay back with the devil, smoke some bird and burn my flesh with gin.
So I would say that right there was lyrics are still 10 on that one. You know what I mean? I had to give 10 on that one too. Again, another 10 on the lyrics. The beat, I like the beat. Beat is another 10. Solo construction, because it was only one person on that track. Along with alcohol, that would made this right here 10 too, because of what happened at the end of that. Yeah, that was good at the end. You know what I mean? That was good at the end. So fire. I'm gonna get that 10 too. So I'm gonna go ahead. This is the first 40 overall score. So far. All right. Next song.
ride slow. Nigga buck in the buck, knock a weed out. Got a wrist, get dressed, put the weed out. Bitch push, trying to give you nut. You wanna fuck until the nigga knock your knees out. Please now pass me that chin, it's on again. Still sipping the finest, grinning in. Got you love on my back, so fuck out that deal. That shit ain't no joke. Do it again. You done done how you can just to please a man. Couldn't tell by your walk you was going in. But don't dare try to trick, cause I still got that taste. Who licking that bitch for the low? Give me some of the sound of my name in my ear. Knowing this bitch wasn't fit for a player. Biscuits some rest for the morning, stretching and yawning. Guessing we'll take it from there. Knowing by now this shit feel like a blunt. Charging the strength for the night we had fun. Drunk and I'm knocking my trunk with another one. Done into done, it's like business of fun. Jumping up out of my bed, pulling my pants on my lid. Time to looking early, jumped in a hurry. Bitch named the fight that was pearly. Knowing this girl must love me. Legend of shit that it feel to get fresh. Following the club with intentions to sweat. Scoping this bitch in the tightest white dress. You know what I'm saying? Rich Jack boy.
Nah, make that's alright, you just let me explain. I'm up in my way over in stars, but got damn, what a big ass me having them tight days of juice, can I have me a grab, but pussy was wet, you know that she said, we go to the grave after some having sex, next I asked the bitch, tell me my name, she looked dead in my eyes, said, damn, I'm in love, she's sucking my butt, she's riding, I bust a big nut, come down, her earlobes and throw like a doctor, I'm taking it with my microscope, and I hope that them bitch don't want none of my dope, but you do, I'm gonna tell it, bitch. No, I told you the first time the legal twin. Get no damn clothes on and begging me, please. Alright, bitch, I'm gonna show your ass that I'm a pimp, man. I kick you so hard and she won't walk with me.
That was a great song too. The lyrics was good. I have to give that a 10. I'm sorry. I have to give it a 10. The beat was definitely good. I definitely got to give that with a 10. You know what I mean? Group construction, AC, everything I heard was great. I like the screwed sound and everything, you know, screwed chords and whatnot. That's a 10. This is like another 10. It's another, in Fire Factor is 10 again, so, you know what I mean? It's like another 42 back-to-back 40s in a row. Oh. Is it me or this thing getting better and better? You know? Let's go to the next song now.
Step to me, bitch, and watch me punch you in your fucking face. Queen in this motherfucker, strictly about my paper chase. How many niggas wanna diss my pimpin' hoe? You cannot fuck with this. Gonna start a bitch to gangsta limpin', so your life you should not risk. I don't give a fuck about you ducks up on these fucking streets. I just want some bucks, show me love, blow some sisters sweet. Never gonna give a fuck about your crew and what y'all thought y'all knew. Real players gon' run this shit, and I don't need no fucking wit. So bump this in your Chevy. I know your shit is heavy. Slice some meat off in my gravy, cause I know you work your jelly. Down for my crown, that's the way I wear my frown. About to get the party crunk and get this body out my trunk. Ain't no hoe gon' stop my flow, just in case you did not know. Southside represent this shit, it ain't no busters in my clique. I can see your face, so don't trade. Who the fuck you messing with? Stuff you in my trunk with this bump, recognize this gangsta bitch. Put one in your belly and make your shit so steady. Now who gon' ever tell it? Ho, call me when you ready. I be rolling with these killers, big boy dealers, got this thriller. Just a psycho bitch, I'm super thick. You test me, ho, I break you trick. Manson family down, I'm gon' clown about my crown. All these niggas are ready to shoot. I got blazing on in my boot, so put you out on bed. And I don't think you ready. Got your party super crunk, but you missing this gangsta funk. Yeah, Queen X up in this motherfucking Manson family. Represent, you know what I'm saying, for the 9-7. For all you bitches.
That was good too. It was short, but it was good. By the way, that female was Queen X. Lyrics is definitely was a 10. It was a 10. The little beat was another 10. You know what I mean? So it was single construction, chorus, rap, 10. Another 10. Yeah. Fire factor, 10. Another 10. So another 40. Man, we got some 40s in a row here. And we're still going. Alright. Next song then. Since that was so short. Even though it was short, it still got a 10 overall. I mean 40.
Hey man, fuck out that dumb shit, man. You legit, man. What's up? Shit, ain't no me, it's on Maceo, man. What's up? Man, keep in there, man. Do that shit, man. Real boy. Did that.
check to their neck, really simple, man. My eyes super tight, hype fall up in the bank. I'm thinking crazy, even crazy, that they fuck my gang. You rockin' to the desert, bitch, you must have smelled the dope. Put the pen, but I never hold up in the dough. Two guys at the brain made a stupid move, and Antoine took their heads out the neck, fool. People screaming, trying to free me, bust them in the back. That bloody body got me never clicking out the pack. That bit of cheese, they quickly try to flee the scene. The twine tried to mess and watch the big go up in flames. I got my ticket started letting up a million rounds. They got my brody cuff fucked up in the ride. I'm in my steamer, bring my team back to the north side. The evil bitches got me tripping, man, what should I do? But will I give myself a break before they catch me too? Ignore the stop sign, cause the folks are getting close. With my brody, cause he told me he gon' give me gold. The heavy shit inside, swimming so my steamer flip. My body bruised, I can move, but the empty flip. I caught up out the steamer stacking, trying to get away. And seen a fiend on the bike, just my lucky day. I'm on the bike, banging, thinking about to get it on. A couple of blocks and I'll be hitting towards the honeycomb. But just my look, pick a truck and try to block me out. Two player haters coming down and with a sound out. I left the bike cause the bitch wasn't fast enough. They caught a slug to the back and he hit the dust.
Well, I would have to call that. I've been thinking about it as the song was going on. This looked like another 40 overall song. I ain't gonna lie. So let's just go ahead and just move on to the next song, because I think lyrics, beats, and all that, Fire Factor is all right now 10s. So let's just go to the next song.
Found the club, fresh smelling like I am down a motherfucking vodka. Approaching this young bitch smelling. They counting these all 10 doctors. When all of a sudden I heard a crash. Bitch, yo, that fired on the trick. Just know the click, smack the bitch, went straight to wing and throwing signs up and shit. I look at this bitch like a player. I'll be right back. When the girl is chill, rush this nigga down, look at me, hit his ass one time and left him there. Now pull him and pulled out. Y'all find back with the hole in this bitch. Stomping holes in the face like some West Memphis niggas do that shit. Now Brian fell up out the hole. Whipping this nigga in the parking lot. Back foot, weeding on these hoes. Mason, yo, pulled up and hit the horn. Flexing on some bogus out of state cash, trying to get the fuck up out them blocks. The nigga shot, so we shot back, trying to make these motherfuckers drop. This guy's dread, but the tempo tight. Hitting that slab, getting out for the night. Mason, yo, Brian in the front getting hype. Me and John Doe went back on the white, cause we sold.
See, nigga, see, I'm just like Tarzan with the mic up in my hand, straight and going bananas, spooky juking like Jan, being tame as lame, fucking wild as fuck. I kick your daddy in the thing, then kick him in his nuts. I don't give a piss drop. What you think about this? Bitches ask me for some cheese, the ass get the fist, think it's skank, ain't no bank. Then you call that bitch a hoe with no sense. I'm a bitch, I'ma come a cotton pro, hip flop, tape drop, head rock, hip hop. Got a dick up from my hoe that made my fucking heart stop. I'm penny candy, take I'm eating eggs with Big Mac. I got enough blow to make a junkie have a heart attack. Never left the wig out, I've been crazy since the first day. Fuck the world, I'm going to hell anyway, cause we sold.
With the energy, graduated BUB, bigger, better, nation level, much up to the MFC. Robbing, Marvin, took it risk, kicking, clicking on a bitch. Never let them catch your head, cause MOB be running shit. Charlie Manson, who he be? Father of the family tree. Criminal minded, stand behind it while you had the murder D. Gone, but still we not alone. Standing tall with mega ball. MANSON, all for one and one for all. Some of bitch are violated. Pimp shit might be dedicated. Look over the minor shit, cause a player gon' be player hated. Versace me living well, but don't you be dumb as hell. Make a honey, you flip a honey, cause shit these days hard to tell. Mobbing just like Gotti, Illuminati, the Manson posse. Keep crunking while out the dope as we turn on the water faucet, bitch. But it's all making cheese is the ease, John Doe, taking cheese, fucking wild till I die. Still gon' fry. If I get it, I'ma get it. Then sound super wild. With a kind of regulator, play a hater, bite the dust. Getting fat from my filter, we gon' go and bloody crust. Real tree, book, and hyper, get the damn boy. Hyper, make 'em clean everything. On that pearl, on that loop, on that bud, on that ooh. In that yin, that's what we invent the family. Still gon' do, bitch. Yeah, nigga, this out here, this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. Nigga, ain't trying to take up this, it ain't that's so weird, bitch. Like this, y'all need to take up this. Fuck all y'all niggas. Player hate damn bitch. Nigga don't hate this, that's nigga, the shot with ass motherfucker. Fuck all y'all nasty style niggas. It ain't that's so weird, bitch. For life.
So the rankings for that particular song was 10 on lyrics. I give 10 on lyrics because it was pretty good on lyrics. Beats were definitely good. You know, I like the beat on that. Group, because it was a group this time. A group construction. I liked it, but certain parts of the group, I don't know, maybe maybe did a little too many off beats, raps in it. You know, maybe it was that. Some up sounded all right, some sounded a little too off. So I took 2 off of that for that reason. Yeah. And Fire Factor though, the Fire Factor is good. The Fire Factor is going to be 10 on that. So 10 on Fire Factor. And overall, that's 38. Overall of 38. Now, next song, next track.
Nightmare's a motherfucking killer. Suicide, hesitant, killer, than president, murder, irrelevant, irrelevant, proving my innocence. So the system, blind with wisdom, seek for mechanism. Now feel my punch, I'm blood to rain, death and pain, body slain. Just like an X-File, beats in book while once I kill a bitch. No time to explain shit and never fuck with mess and click. Fuck all the bitches and blunts, main source of trouble, style chance. When I'm on a corner, I make some money, pull a gun. Head gas, break bread, watch a nigga hunt. Triple coin, 2 fists, fuck up with a blunt. Cross me through a free clear on my front. Bitch kill every y'all kill everyone. 2 blocks and a key to the shake giant. Come with me, it's just a fantasy. I'm gonna see how long you survive in my reality. I separate from the rain, I'm feeling so strange. I think that the chronic is taking my brain. Then throw them triggers to show how we bigger than we. The Manson motherfucker kill the jank and load them things to his own. Reality that's on the bitch with tones. I'm in my own zone. The full of man's gone. I'm through the who he wanna go home. My wishes is for everyone to deal. My phone by the soda, so we should not kill. The cigarette did the bomb and do it. Or maybe the bomb and do it still. I want to chill. Make all the cheese so I keep it for real. For real. For real, my nigga. to sell them for ransom, man. Deport him, man, but I steal your ass in a motherfucking trance.
Style,
Nigga.
nigga. You know, but you know, it's a point, man. Put the monkey on it, niggas, you know. Super sneak it, the devil be winning. He hope smoke one and come blocking himself. If I grab like I'm shaking, you think that you gonna live when you just wrong, my nigga. If you're wishing for me to that, don't you clap breaking your 86 feet if you dig up. Just like Malachi, I want my pussy cat. Little nigga holler back back. So fat that I'm about to crack. Your soul is dirty red. Won't stop until you dead. Chop off your motherfucking head. Await the Armageddon. The time is now 11:50. Now 1 minute till I can come out and play for the die. If the song come up, then I can say that I made it another day. I should dwell in the house of the midnight forever, awaiting that satanic ritual. So I sit here in silence, my body on fire, smoke hate till I think I'm invisible.
Now, that will be almost a 42, except for one thing. It is the fact that in the chorus they had this, it was a little too distorted. It was kind of hard to really hear what it was saying. I mean, I heard what they were saying, but for some other people they might be hearing what they were saying. But I heard what they were saying. But you know what I mean? But for certain people who ain't really, especially off tape, you know, kind of hard to hear that. You know. So other than that, that's 39. So 10 lyrics 10, beats 10. Group construction 9 because of the distortion. Fire factor 10. Overall 39. And this should be the last track here. So here we go. The last track. have to give that one another 10. So lyrics are 10. Beats is 10. Group construction was 10. And lyrics, I mean, the chorus and everything. Fire Factor was definitely 10. So that's 40. Another 40. And that was the last song. So, let me think. Let me go ahead and calculate the stuff up here. Give me a moment. Alright. That was 14 tracks, by the way. So, okay. Started up with track 1. Track 1 got 25 overall. So, okay. Track 1, 25. So 25 plus 33 plus 37 plus 39 plus 32 plus 39 again plus 40 plus 40 again plus 40 again plus 40 again plus 38 plus 38 again plus 40 equals, that numbers is 481. 481. Alright. 481 divided by it was 13 tracks, not 14. 13 tracks by 13. 13 equals 37. Oh, actually, I think that was it. Is it? Yeah, the 37. So, average rate of 37. Check my math. Check my math. Put this in right. Oh, that's what I thought. Clear that shit. Let me see one more time. One more time. See, 37. Like I said, 37. So, overall ranking of 37. Well, you got an average of 37. Average of 37. Which means the overall average of this song, of this album. 37. Oh, they need 40s. Oh, so I did something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. no, I did something right on my math, and it's the numbers ain't adding up. I need it out of 100, out of fucking 37. So, you know. That would be 100. 37. 37. If I do that, which they serious.
Okay. I finished the math on this, and here it is. Is the final results. Uh, Out of 13 tracks, uh, this is the math. I added up all the tracks up and got out of 13 tracks, I got the number 481 out of all the overall ratings. And I add that by if you were to get if the tracks, all the tracks were 40 all together. If overall all the overall was a 40, the number would have came up to 420 with 13 tracks. So I added those together, those numbers together. So 480 plus 520 and got 1001. Okay, so that's the number 1001. And then I divided that by how many tracks it was, which were 13 tracks, and got 77. And so just because of the amount of tracks it is, it would have been kind of a little difficult to actually make the to add the certain I mean, if you had the more tracks you had, of course the number would be a little higher. You know what I'm saying? But so. But anyway, for me to bring it up to out of 100, I actually had to add 20 points to that number to bring it up to out of 100, because out of 13 tracks, when you put 13 tracks into the number, even if all of them was 40, got 40 overall, it still only came out to 520, and you subtract. I mean, you divide 520 on there, you would have got 140. And if you divide 140 into 13, you would have got 80. So you still would have had 20 points you had to deal with. So I added 20 points to this particular track just to bring it to for the numbers to make sense. In other words, I had to make the numbers make sense. So now my overall total of this particular track is a 97. This track got a 97 out of how I did my rankings. The rankings will be a little different depending upon how many tracks it is. You know what I'm saying? After you divide it, you'll get an average. But unless I add more categories, the average going to end up being 40. I need to probably bring up to 50. I probably need to add another category. But anyway, for this particular song, those are the categories. So I thank you, and stay tuned for the next. What you lack.